Hi everyone, welcome back to abarabove.com. My name is Chris, and I realized earlier today when we were getting ready to do a video that we have a couple of videos under our belt now, and it's always been a concentration on making the bartender, or the leap from bartender to mixologist. And we've not actually defined the roles and differences between the two. So today we're going to have a conversation about the differences between the two, define the two different roles, and kind of show you what my intentions are with this business is to create a platform for mixologists. So if you've been in a business long enough, or if you're a cocktail aficionado, the term mixologist can mean many different things. You know, it could be the bar chef. It could be the guy behind a bar that knows the most about cocktails. It could mean that you have the most tattoos and a handlebar mustache and a bad attitude. You know, there's many different meanings and connotations on the word mixologist. The one I like the most is actually from an interview done with Dale DeGroff, who is essentially the one man responsible for creating this type of bartending, or bringing us back to light from the historic times. And his definition of mixology was, back in the 1800s, they were the caretakers of the product behind the bar. So they would receive barrels of whiskey that are still at barrel strength, and their job as a mixologist was to bring that barrel strength whiskey down to drinkable levels by adding water to them. And also they would be responsible for making products like gum syrup and fresh juices, and creating the recipes that the patrons would be drinking for the day. I believe that we can take a lot from that context and bring all that information to a modern setting. I feel like our role as both bartender and mixologists are essentially the same role. You know, we're in a customer service business. We're here to make our guests happy. We're here to deliver an amazing product and make them feel comfortable in the environment. And hopefully the intention is that they keep coming back, that they, you know, come back and develop a bond with you guys and love our products. So my definition of a mixologist is customer service before the customer ever walks in the door. You know, that means that we're creating all the recipes, that we're creating all the syrups, that we're creating all the infusions. We're making very deliberate decisions on what alcohol that we're putting behind our bar. You know, getting the best ingredients that we can get our hands on for our guests. You know, the focus on mixology is a deep understanding of products, the ability to mix amazing cocktails, and put that in the hands of our bartenders. So that way it flows right in, you know, directly into the atmosphere and into what our guests come back for. Now, as bartenders, our role is to make people feel comfortable, to give them the best experience at our bar, to introduce them to other people and create a bond with them. One of the interviews I was reading with Gary Regan, who is another legend in our business, is he was asked this very question: what's the difference between a bartender and a mixologist? And his answer, very poignant and clear, was a mixologist will make an amazing cocktail that you'll remember that night. A bartender will make an amazing night for you that you'll remember forever. So that is a big difference between the two. And that's kind of what I take from it as well. When I go into work, you know, and I'm creating my syrups and infusions and barrel age programs and, you know, all these other types of cocktails, that's when I feel like mixology is a part of the business. When I put on my jacket, when I put on my tie and I get behind a bar, my role is now a bartender. You know, all the work of mixologist is done before I ever hit the floor. And now my role is to create a comfortable environment for my guests as a bartender. So, in summary, I'm very proud to call myself a mixologist. I feel like I have a very deep understanding of my craft and even historical context. But I also feel very proud of my abilities and my skills as a bartender to make my guests keep coming back and developing a relationship with them. So that's it. That's my take on mixology and bartending. I hope you guys have a great shift. If you disagree or if you have your own viewpoints, please leave the comments underneath. But either way, thank you again for watching, and hope to see you soon. Cheers.